Chad Mendes. I'm not even going to start with like a topic introduction. Money Mendes comes back after a long time and impressively beats an unranked fighter in Myles Jury. Calls out a top 5 fighter. Were you impressed with that left hand knockout? And do you want to see him fight a top 5 fighter?
I think Myles Jury is largely slept on, and it's no one's fault but Myles Jury, because of the way that he's kind of, showed up in the UFC, at least to this point. The whole drop to 145, taking the time off as well. So I expected this to be a very good fight, and for Chad to come off a 2-year layoff, land that power left, and then just completely dismantle Myles Jury. I was super impressed with that. So was that the question? Was I impressed?
We'll start with that. We'll start with that. You were impressed.
Yes,
okay, good.
I was impressed.
Because I thought that was an impressive performance
How could
too.
You not be?
The 2 years off. Well, before I even talk about that, let's just go back and say he did lose 3 of his last 4 fights.
Okay.
So before this fight, he did lose 3 of the last 4. So by no means do I think he should be vaulted up the ranks. But that's where now I want your opinion. What do you think we do with his career after the 2-year layoff and the victory?
I think that's a tough question because to your point, prior to this win, he had lost 3 of his last 4 fights, right? I know Conor McGregor obviously
big names, Frankie Edgar. And then
Jose Aldo.
Jose Aldo, and that was the one way before.
Okay, and so I mean the more recent 2, right? We know the Conor McGregor that was last minute.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We know he was winning that fight until he gassed. He looked pretty impressive there.
Very impressive. He gave Conor a nice gash he'll have for life. So for sure.
Who was the other one I just said?
Chad Mendes.
Chad Mendes.
Yes.
Against
Frankie Edgar. Sorry. They're like the same fighter.
Basically, they look pretty identical. And then but in that fight as well, he got caught with a punch. He looked very impressive, and I hate saying people got caught with a punch because obviously that's what Frankie was trying to do.
Out cold though.
But he got knocked out cold.
Yes.
And then you start to wonder, well, geez, is it that he never really recovered from the last knockout? Is that why he got clean so easily? By a Frankie Edgar who has pillow hands as far as we've seen.
Fair enough.
So it makes me say to myself, geez, now that he's back, maybe he is Chad Mendes of old. Money Mendes, so to speak. But we probably just got to see him against one more person that's not top ranked, in my opinion. Before we can say, okay, let's put him in the top 5 again. Because frankly, we just haven't seen enough. Even this knockout was super quick as well against Myles. One more.
Can I give you a name who I think you should face?
By all means.
Well, who I think you should face, and the white belts already know, is the winner of the fight on the same night, who is a member of a segment that I discussed before on Raj's. Oh, I do my own segment as well. If you don't know this, on Raj's radar, Alexander Volkanovski came to North America and dismantled and destroyed Darren Elkins. I lied. I thought he was going to finish him, but it was still an impressive victory. And I think this is a good fight for Chad Mendes because I think now you got 2 short little guys that can pack a punch, that have good takedown defense.
I think Volkanovski actually called out Chad Mendes after his win.
He did.
To which Chad Mendes was quickly like, I don't even know who that guy is, and tried to dismantle him. But now that we saw the rankings come out, and I think Volkanovski's sitting at...
I think he's top 10, right?
Top 10, exactly. So now maybe that fight does kind of make sense. And then we can kind of take it from there. So
because Chad has fought a lot of the...
He's fought everyone. Right? In the UFC, honestly, for, again, 2 decades.
So I think it's in the best interest of the UFC as well to develop some new talent, develop some new blood. If anything, give Chad Renato Moicano, who is fighting Cub Swanson. If Moicano gets through Cub, which I think he will, then that's the fight to make too. Somebody where either Chad vaults his career up or another person vaults their career up. But it's a win-win for UFC.
I actually like that call a lot because I was calling for Cub Swanson, but I forgot about the Moicano fight. And so whoever comes out of that against Chad Mendes, I think it's probably a good matchup.
And that's it.
And I'm not mad at that.
Leave it at that. What do you guys think? Let us know. We'll see you next segment. Oos.